Good Saturday afternoon. You're probably tuning in because of the snow, so I'll try to get to it pretty quick. But I do want to remind you, first of all, we're going to have a really rainy day. We did have some sleety, little bit of snow here this morning earlier, but now it's just going to be a rainy day. Quite a bit of rain, too, but as the cold front comes through tomorrow, winds are going to whip up big time. We have wind gusts 50 to 60 miles per hour up and through the evening into late into the night. So as of now, we have a high wind watch for winds gusting tomorrow between 50 and 60 miles per hour. That will stink because it's probably going to do some power issues, especially with how much rain we get, and the ground will be wet, so it won't be good. Then, of course, we'll be cold for a few days before the snow starts on Wednesday. So let's see what's going on. Here we are in a wet day here ahead. This is the noon hour run. Pretty cold out there today. This is the warm front coming north, so you see it kind of moving towards the north here. And this is the warmer air that we see. This is a really strong storm. So as it goes forward in time, we dry out some until tomorrow, and then the cold front will come through. As the cold front comes through, first of all, it'll be pretty warm, and then the cold front's going to come through, and then the winds are going to just howl. This thing is bombing out low, which is a precursor idea of what we could see later in the week. To the north, and look at those isobars just packed super duper tight together. So yes, winds 40 to 60 miles per hour seem very possible tomorrow evening into the night. And it'll still stay breezy even into Monday for Washington Day and chilly day as well. Cold air is sticking around, and here we go with the storm system that is going to cause us the challenges as we head into the middle part of the week. It's getting this act together as a very strong high Arctic air. You're going to get what we call kind of like a connecting high to the north, or what they call banana high, because it arcs like this and brings the cold air. It's the best kind of setup you can have for a good snowstorm, classic situation with a low that you can't see, but you can see the ice bars. That big strong storm is our storm that blocks the cold air from leaving. And then we get a strong low pressure system coming up the east coast. And as it bombs out, it just snows and snows on us. Depending on how close this thing is to us and everything else will depend on how much snow we get. I think there's a good chance for 5 to 6 inches or more. I mean that low, but I mean it could be up to a foot or more. It just depends on how things happen. This is the GFS, which is the American model. The European was a lot more robust than this overnight. It kind of knocked off a little bit, but nothing small. It's just no small event. So we stay kind of cold next week, and then through into the weekend and into the following week. But yeah, at this point, we should probably just focus on that snow. Here I'm looking at the European map. Here's the low pressure. This is definitely a better looking structure already. Cold is definitely in play, no big deal. And then that low is coming up from the far south and riding up the east coast. This is classic major snow, depending on how close. We call it a tucked pattern, where it tucks up against the coast. It could slow itself down if it does that. We could see a huge amount of snow. As of now, it's a little bit east of us, but I wouldn't be surprised if it corrects a little bit towards the west, and then it goes out. This is a monster snow amount. Monster. I should say monster, but it's a big one. It's a foot or more on the European map. All right, so those are the two big models. Other models are similar in what they show. So how much snow are they showing? Here's the European model. All this red here. Should move the map up so you can see all of it. All this red area is a foot or more. I mean, as the pinks get in here, we're getting 19, 20 inches of snow. Like I said, I'm not sure if this is figured out yet. It would not be surprised if either this shifts a little bit east or west, depending on the track. But the amount of precipitation probably won't change. So, I mean, even if we get in the lower end, we're talking 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of snow. If we get the upper end, I mean, we're talking 20 inches or more. So, yeah, it's a little bit interesting. There's a European. So let's be clear on that. And here's the GFS, a little more centered here with the higher snows. But again, you're seeing 13, 14, 15, 16 inches of snow. Even the lighter areas are in the 10 or so inches. This should be a very high ratio of snow, by the way. It's going to be really cold when this is snowing, so it'll be interesting. Anyway, I can show you one other model. It's called the UK Met. It just shows you like the continuity of all models showing a big snow. This one not quite as favorable, south and east. But still, we're in like a foot or more. So all models, regardless of what your feelings are about them or whatever, all models show a big snowstorm for us. You have all the caveats, really, because we're still several days away. Things can change. Things can shift more further north. I mean, some of the heavier moisture has already shifted north on the European model. If it had been where it was last night, we were talking like a 2-foot type of storm. So it's an interesting setup, and big snowstorms like this, when all models see it, are usually pretty good bet. So 6 inches or more, I'm definitely going to go. Foot or more is very possible. So there you go with everything that you need to know. Now, one other thing you need to know is it's going to get extremely windy after this one as well. With all that snow around, very windy conditions. Yes, we may have to talk the B word, the blizzard word. We'll have to see if this comes true. All right, hopefully that was pretty quick for you to show you where we were at the noon part of the model. And I hope, get ready for the winds for tomorrow. So that's the thing. Secure your stuff outside, your trash cans. Get the yard debris up. I have some Christmas lights I pulled down this morning. I may get a few more down this afternoon, even in the rain. Just be ready for a very windy day tomorrow. Colder conditions and then a big snow. Have a good rest of your day.